Hey everybody, my name's Oli Cardle. I'm a Freeletics ambassador from the UK.
And this is Angelo, a United States ambassador.
Welcome to the Shaped by Gods podcast.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, here we go. We are back for the Shaped by Gods podcast. It's me, Oli, and my good friend Angelo, and we are very, very excited this week because we have got a lot of we got some cool things going on, and I think this is just going to be the start of something massive for us and for the Freeletics community. And actually, in reality, for an individual, it's nothing new for free athletes. It's nothing new that we're doing. We are simply we've got a little challenge that we're going to take on, and it's Angelo's dream challenge. And then we are going to try and start a new journey altogether, which we haven't done before. We've tried to sync our journey, a beginning of a new journey, and we're going to talk about that during this episode. And we're both very excited, like little children, like kids in a sweet shop, wouldn't you say, Angelo?
Yes.
Yeah,
Let's go for it.
Okay, so let's first very briefly talk about where we are. I mean, this is going to be a different episode to the podcast this time. We're going to talk purely about our Freeletics experiences and our Freeletics journeys currently at the moment. I have just finished. Everyone's been waiting for me to finish my Hell Week so we can get going with the new challenge and get going with a new journey. It was exactly what it sounds like, my Hell Week. It was very difficult, but we have survived it. Angelo's just finished the same journey, the weights-free gain Freeletics journey. So he knows exactly the pain I went through. So we are ready. We're ready, Angelo. It's done. We're ready to move on. We are going to do your dream challenge.
It is
your
man.
Dream challenge. This is, I say dream. I say dream.
It's a nightmare challenge.
Exactly. This is your nightmare challenge, but you have the mindset now because of your relationship with Freeletics and because of the person you became through experiences you went through in your life. You have a mindset where a nightmare is not a bad thing to face. It's not a bad thing to face. That's how we grow, right? So let's talk about it. I'm going to let you introduce the challenge. What is your nightmare challenge that you have been looking forward to doing since you started Freeletics?
So, ladies and gentlemen, since I started Freeletics 2013, I did my very first workout. It was Aphrodite. It was the single Aphrodite. It took me almost 15 minutes to finish it, and I was 15 minutes on the floor after it. Try to catch my breath, stop for my heart to come back on the regular, heartbeats and all this kind of stuff. Try to, between death and life, where should I go? And anyway, it was a little crazy. So over the years, I was trying to, to improve, because Aphrodite, the very first workout saw me like who I can become, because before that it was a workout like made for gods, for athletes, for only the people that they can conquer like crazy stuff. And when I did it, I realized that I am one of them, not in the same shape, but I can become very close shape and also maybe better shape if I can work hard on it. So anyway, over the years, after that, it became my nightmare workout. Every single time I'm doing the workout, I have the same exactly feeling. And it's so funny. Yesterday we were taking with some other athletes, on the Zoom workouts. I've done it so far like 55 times. The workout.
Aphrodite 55 times.
55 times.
Oh man.
For me Aphrodite, it's like a checkpoint, the workout, every here and then I'm doing it, so to see where my fitness is, how far I've come, and where I am with burpees, where I am with squats, where I am with sit-ups. So once in a while, I throw one after that in my workouts, and then just to see where I am. And nice. Also it's because it's beating my fears, it brings the same day again, and also I'm conquering my mind one more time. And the challenge is because April 4th, 2020, we started doing the live Zoom workouts. And now April 4th, 2021, we closing the circle of 1 year of live Zoom workouts. And I decided, because I worked very hard since the beginning of 2020, I said 2020, despite what is happening, I want to make it the best year of my life as a fitness, as a self-development, and as progress as a human, and also as an impact to the other people. You know, make it go directly the opposite. Whatever bad things are happening, I'm gonna create the equal and more good things around me. And I worked very hard, working out very hard. I did many workouts. I tried to focus on my weaknesses, and I became stronger and stronger and stronger until I did 2 times Aphrodite, and that was insane. Double Aphrodite, and it was almost the same time. It was 43 minutes, but it was almost the same time as my single one.
Yeah.
7 years ago.
So this wasn't long ago, was it? This was quite recent. You did the double.
Yeah, it was. Time. I think it was like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
The double, and then again a month ago, and then I said, you know what? I did a double twice. Conquer the craziness, and now because we're closing to the year of Zoom workouts, I say, why not? Let me say to everybody, join for an Aphrodite workout. You'll choose if it's gonna be single, double, or triple if you're crazy enough, and just do it, man. Conquer the fear.
Exciting.
The same day, a year after, doing the same workout, but 3 times the difficulty. And it's unbelievable how far you can get in just 1 year, like 365 days.
Yeah, it's incredible. And I think what excites me, and I hadn't thought about this until you were just speaking, what excites me is this event that we're putting on, that might be somebody's first Aphrodite.
Mm-hmm.
So going back to your very first workout, this might be the start of someone. So at this celebration of your, how far you've come, and you're now mentally ready to take on something that before just doing once just seemed out of reach. And I think it's very much like when you were talking then, and you said about before you did your first Aphrodite, it was almost like, this is out of reach for me. This is for elite athletes. This is a workout built for gods. And it reminded me of like a marathon. So there's a lot of people that have run marathons, but when they go into it, their target isn't to be, the world record marathon runner. They don't want to run the marathon in the world record time. But when they complete that marathon, they put themselves up with this group of people that have done it. So it's the same with your Aphrodite. Before you did it, it just seemed completely out of reach. But once you did it, you knew you could complete it. So once you knew you could complete it, then it was just a matter of time before you were going to get faster and faster and faster, and that's what you work on. So it's very, very exciting that now you are mentally prepared to take this on 3 times. I mean, that's somewhere where it does differ from a marathon. A marathon now, if you complete a marathon and then you decide a year later, I'm going to do 3 marathons back to back. That's what you're about to do with your Aphrodite. I know it's not the same as a marathon, but these workouts, this is a tough workout. And for anyone who is going to join us and do it 1 time, that is amazing. For anyone who hasn't completed Aphrodite before, it is a tough workout. It is this is almost like our workout of the week. I think it's going to be, we'll talk more about Aphrodite towards the end. We'll make that our workout of the week, and we'll describe exactly what the workout entails and what it involves, and exactly, and maybe what we should do as well is give out some tips, because this podcast will be released on the morning of the event. So it'll be just in time for you to get some tips and some pointers to get through either 1, 2, or 3, or it could be any workout. Just join us. The idea is to get together for a celebration of how far we've all come as individuals. So if Angelo has started with Aphrodite on his first workout, he's recently conquered 2 times Aphrodite, and he's now mentally prepared for 3, then that's Angelo celebrating his own progress and his development. But you guys, how far you've come. So monitor how far you have come, and then just push yourself on Sunday when you join us, and you know, try and hit something you haven't quite hit before. So just go that little bit further with us, and let's get all uncomfortable and horrible. I'm excited. Now, I'm going to be doing mine slightly earlier than you, I think, but I'll discuss that a bit later as well, because because of the time difference. Obviously, you guys, 8 a.m. for you, right?
Yes, 8 a.m.
8 a.m. for you, but that's right bang in the middle of Easter Sunday for me. So unless I drop down from the dinner table at my parents' house and start doing burpees for an hour and a half.
An hour and a half.
What are you doing?
Are you going to stop? How long? It's been an hour. You're doing burpees.
Yeah, my kids know the rule. If I'm doing my workout, you can't speak to me because I'm in the zone. I'm thinking, I'm concentrating.
Oh, man.
Leave it, mum. Put the turkey back on the table.
Yeah. You can do a burpee, grab a little turkey, do a burpee, grab a little potato.
Turkey burpees. Right. Okay, so we'll get back to that during our workout of the week. We will reignite the excitement for that. I mean, we won't need to reignite excitement. We are excited, full stop. We'll get back to that, and we'll try and do the rest of the podcast now without bringing it straight back to that exciting challenge. So we are both in the same position, Angelo, as far as we are currently between journeys. We've both just completed the weights free gain journey, which is a 12-week journey.
Congratulations, man. That was
great. And you,
Awesome.
it was tough. And actually, do you know what? I've discovered something when I completed mine, because now Freeletics has this reward system with the badges. So what I discovered was it said that that was only the 5th Hell Week I've completed. Can you believe that? Which is quite unbelievable. What that says to me is that I've started a lot more journeys than I finished. You know, and a lot of time I was freewheeling it. I had the coach, but I was putting a lot of time. So a 12-week journey would last me a lot longer than 12 weeks because I was, you know, throwing other things in between. So what that says to me, now that these badges have arrived, these rewards, I'm now focused because I want these badges now. You know, I want these badges. So now I'm going to be seeing it through every single time. So let's talk a little bit about new journeys. I mean, that is something that sparks a lot of discussion in the Freeletics community. When people finish a journey, it's almost like they've achieved something and then they get a little bit lost. They don't quite know where to go next. And the euphoria of completing a workout, because it is an intense finish of these with these journeys, with the Hell Week, when you get to Hell Week, you're focused purely on Hell Week. You don't look beyond that. You don't look, right, what's my next journey? Because it's such a difficult week. And then Hell Week finishes and you're almost like, oh, well, I don't quite know what to do next. So we're going to talk a little bit about selecting the journey, your next journey. And if it's your first journey, these rules kind of still apply, because I say rules, it's more guidelines really, but they still apply because it's putting actual thought into, you know, which journey you should select. So I've got a few pointers here, Angelo. So for me, what is important when you're first going to decide on your journey is exactly what you're trying to achieve yourself in your fitness journey. So, you know, what goals have you got for yourself? And I think this is something that's worth thinking about. And even now, just before we started to record, we were both discussing which journey we were going to try and take on next. And in my head, I'd made a decision. But then the more you think about it, the more you discuss, the more you refine your goals, you know, your decision fluctuates a little bit, and yours has as well. You were set on repeating the weights free gain, and then I threw a little curveball at you. And again, it might match because we've got plans. Whichever journey we do next, the plan for it is to prepare ourselves to then take on the hardcore journey, which is the hardest Freeletics journey. So
plain insanity, the hardcore. It's the old school Freeletics. When Freeletics back then, it wasn't like, you know, single exercises and whatever. It was just gut workouts every day.
That's right.
And you know, you do Athena today, then you do Aphrodite the next day, and you do Metis the next day, and rest and another gut workout. It's a lot.
I've done the hardcore journey before, but I'm really excited to try and do that again now with this new mindset and also with you as well, and with the community. The idea of starting a journey at the same time really excites me, because in my almost 7 years of Freeletics, I've not done that journey with someone before. It's such a personal thing.
Yeah, likewise. Yeah.
The stars seem to have aligned with us, because everyone seems to have just finished a journey at the same time. So it's going to be really exciting to get going together. And I think I've got a feeling in our preparation for the hardcore journey, which is going to take place, because obviously we're going to start our next journey on the 5th, the day after the Aphrodite challenge. We might have a rest day, but you start the journey and you can select which day that starts on. So we're going to start it on the 5th. And I think I'm probably going to go with the explosive strength, which we've looked at. We'll talk a little bit about some of the journeys now. There are journeys for all kinds of different targets. There are running journeys, there are weightlifting journeys, there's getting fit, losing weight, gaining muscle. So our particular goals at the moment, well, personally, my particular goal is going to be getting ready for that hardcore journey. So each Freeletics journey has a little system. Actually, they're different. I've just noticed they're different. So if you want to gain muscle, they have the option for whether or not it's more cardio based or muscle building based for the journey. So, for example, the barbell gain it's a 3. It's not stars. It's three dots. What would you call those? 3 dots, wouldn't you? So you've got out of 3, cardio is 1. Muscle is 3 for the barbell gain, for example. Explosive strength is 2 dots for cardio, 2 dots for muscle. So I feel like that's going to be a nice all-round journey that's going to build up your strength and your cardio and your explosive strength, which I think is going to be perfect for then taking on the hardcore journey. So I think for you, Angelo, where are you landing at the moment? I know it's not decision time today, but are you swaying back towards the explosive strength as well?
No, I think I'm gonna stick on weight-free gain again. Cool. For the reason of the reason it takes me before I start the weight-free gain. Before I started weight-free gain, I had injuries and I wasn't focusing on my weaknesses. I was focusing more on the cardio, muscle endurance, and how many burpees can I do, how many squats can I do, blah blah blah. But I wasn't focusing on push-ups, on pull-ups, or burpee squat jumps, or like different other exercises. So weight-free gain, it's a part of the journey that made me able to do pull-ups, and the feeling is amazing. I was never felt like, oh my God, grabbing the pull-up bar. And of course, in the beginning, it was just one, under the chin. I mean, whatever. And I was trying to lift myself, and it was just one. Then I was doing pikes, the muscle gain, and the weight-free gain. Sorry, you had like pikes, you had like push-ups, Spider-Man push-ups, you had like a burpee squat jumps, burpee box jumps, like again push-ups and resistance and pikes and again and again and again and again. And it had like a jump pull-ups, it had like the pull-ups, the negative. And I got to the number 7 with the pull-ups. It didn't have so many pull-ups because I wasn't able to do pull-ups. So it got me from 0 pull-ups to be able to do under the chin, the pull-up bar to number 7 and being okay with it. And the reason I want to stick with it again is because my goal for the 2021 is to be able to do 1 muscle up at the end of the year. I want to do just 1. And I think improving again my pull-ups in my upper body with the weight-free gain, doing the same thing again, giving now different feedback than before. Now, because now coach is going to tell me how was your pull-ups, and I'm going to say it was okay, maybe with no correct technique, but now it's better. Before I was saying, oh, I couldn't do nothing with with correct technique. Now I'm moving the bar to halfway, And you know, at the end of the journey, maybe I can move that bar a little bit higher. And I believe and I know, you know, my pull-ups are going to be great at the end of it. And this is my goal. And you know, you have to be, and everybody that is listening, you have to adjust your goals. You know, you have to choose the journey according to the goals that you have. And yeah, that was my goals, you know, like a muscle gain with resistance and everything, and improve the pull-ups and the push-ups, and weight-free gain so far worked very nice for me. And I want to do it again so I can do the improvement version of it.
Yeah,
with the
that's
code.
perfect. Yeah, exactly. So obviously you've got a specific goal. You definitely need to tailor your journey selection to your current goals.
Mhm.
And I think that's really cool. I think now that you've got some pull-ups under your belt, that's so exciting, because it opens up workouts that you perhaps wouldn't have even looked at before.
Yeah, very true.
Like, you know,
Very true.
some of my favorite workouts are
Mhm.
pull-up and push-up based, like Poseidon and Hades was my first ever Freeletics workout. So again, I think because I think people take on their journey slightly different, and they have a different focus. So for a long time, you know, I've watched you do Amazona, and you just look so strong with Amazona, with, you know, with your legs, and with all their split lunges and the Cossack squats, and, you know, and that's something that I struggle with. So I think a lot of people tend to focus on their strengths when they choose their journey. Which would I be really good at? So
Yeah.
what you've done is a very mature approach, and say, right, okay, I need to start focusing on my weaknesses. So I think it depends on how you start, because obviously when I started, I would struggle with squats. When I started, I struggled with all of it. But what I did, I began my journeys and made sure they were pull up heavy and push up, you know. So I was all about Hades, and that was doing 1 rep at a time until I was able to do 2, and then until I was able to do 3. But it was completing them no matter what, and keep going each time, until I got to the point where I was able to do the 15 reps for Hades. So it's very similar, except you've recently started this push for your upper body strength, which is really cool, and it just shows it doesn't matter where you start. I mean, you're very strong with your burpees, and I like it. Actually, the god you choose to start with kind of shapes the kind of free athlete you're going to be. So you chose Aphrodite, and those are your strengths. I think squats, sit-ups, and burpees. You know, those would be your strengths. For me, my strengths are pull-ups, push-ups. You know, which were, you know, that's what Hades is famous for. So I think you can shape yourself into very different shaped and very different styles of free athlete, which is amazing, really, because obviously everyone's got their own idea of what they want to be, and what, you know, where they want to get to, and it allows you to tailor your journeys for exactly that. So I guess we could say now, so advice for choosing a new journey: number 1, make sure your journey matches your goals. You know, decide what it is you want from your journey, and then pick your journey based on that. And there are keys for that. Like I said earlier, it will show you whether you want to gain cardio or muscle, or for the running journeys, if it's whether you want to build speed or endurance. So number 1, make sure your journey matches your goal. Okay, awesome. That's a good start, man. I think, as far as anyone else choosing their first journeys is concerned, obviously there are so many different variations of different targets and what people want to achieve, and some of them can look very, very similar on the app. So for example, we've got a balanced burn, we've got cardio burn, we've got shred and burn. So it can be a little bit difficult, run and burn. So they look very similar. So as much as they are all different and they are tailored to you, and obviously the journey itself is tailored to you, so your feedback will change the journey in itself, depending on who you are. It will have the same targets and same, you know, the coach will try and get you to where you want to be on that specific journey, but based on your feedback, it will go slightly different, you know, at different speeds and different paces and at different levels. So the next thing I would advise would be, when starting a new journey, to ask the community, because you don't have to learn all the lessons yourself. You know, people have learned these lessons, and they have experience. they've gone through these journeys, and obviously there's over 40 million Freeletics users. There's someone out there that's tried the journey you're about to try. So, get an idea of what that journey is going to include, and see if that sounds like what you're aiming for. We had actually with this week we've had a lot of discussions with the community about which journeys to select, because like I said, with what we're trying to do with Start the New Journey Together, there's a lot of people trying to start a new journey. So choosing this has become, I think it's one of the hardest things in Freeletics. The workouts are hard enough, but choosing which journey to take, it feels like a big decision.
Because it's not something you do it's not something you do one day.
No.
Some journeys like the weight-free gain is 3 months. So it's not something you say, oh, you know what, I'm gonna waste, let's say, 3 months of my life, and if it's not the right thing, okay, I'm gonna go to the next one. It's very difficult. You're saying, oh, for the next 3 months, I'm gonna do one journey, and like you said before, first goal has to be, know your goals and what you're gonna get. Also, I think one major, rule to choose, let's call it a journey, is something that you're gonna like it. You're gonna like to work on it. Let's say, for example, I would love. I mean, my goal was to work on the upper body. So if when coach was giving me pull-ups, I wasn't like, oh my God, I have pull-ups today. I was like, okay, good. I have to work on my weakness, or push-ups. Okay, good. Oh, diamond pull-ups. Oh, negative push-ups or whatever. So you have to choose the journey that you're gonna enjoy, that is gonna be among with your goals. My goals is to be better on pull-ups, and I'm gonna enjoy it. You can say, oh, I want to be better at running, and then choose the hardcore journey, or whatever. You're not gonna enjoy it.
What do people do? What do people do when they're not enjoying their journey, Angelo?
They give up.
They quit. They quit if they're not enjoying it. Now, if you find that you are, say you've picked your journey and it's not quite what you thought it was going to be, it's not quite working on what you thought it was going to be, I think something that people overlook is you can change your journey. We've had a whole episode about change, not chance. It's all about you. If something isn't right, change it. There are journeys out there to suit every single target, every single goal. Some workouts are very interval heavy, where it's coach gives you intervals, and some people like the God workouts. So if you choose a Freeletics journey based on what you are trying to achieve, your goals, right? But you find, actually, do you know what? This is working towards my goal, but I prefer God workouts. So you got your hand up there, Angelo. Is this what happened to you, man? Is this what happened to you?
I want as many God workouts as possible. No, I'm joking.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I'm joking. But I want to say something on. I want to add something on what you say. That when you want to change if you see that your journey is not working for you, what I love with Freeletics, it has a 15 minutes journey that every day gives you like 15 minutes. So if you see you're not fit, or you don't have time, or you want to go slow in the beginning, get into fit, make the muscles moving a little bit, because you never done workouts before, you never into the fitness before, or you are overweight or anything, I suggest start small, baby steps, make this a small journey, because the small journey is 6 weeks. The 15 minutes, the 15 minutes fitness is only 6 weeks. So imagine the motivation you're gonna get when you finish the 6 weeks, not 3 months, because 3 months you can get overwhelmed, you can give up, you can quit, you say, forget about it, that's too much for me. But 6 weeks or 15 minutes every day, when you finish it, you're gonna say, I've done it, man. That's awesome. Plus, you released some weight of your body. You got some muscle, you got some endurance, and you just cut it. Your muscles look better, whatever. You feel better. You build it in the discipline, the mindset, and everything, and then you can jump to something harder that it can be more weeks, like from 6 to 12 or from 6 to 10 or whatever. And
Absolutely.
Start slow in the beginning. Start baby steps.
I guess the key is because that's not necessarily the only problem. The main thing for me with Freeletics is it's fully adaptable, because we have people that have started journeys and thought, this isn't challenging enough for me. You know, some people are, you know, crazy, and like, we're planning to do the hardcore journey, and it's only people that really want that punishment and that hard work and that discomfort that are going to select the hardcore journey. So the beauty of Freeletics is it's adaptable, and it's not just adaptable. You know, if you choose a journey, you can adapt that journey on the whole. You can adapt it daily. You know, you can report back at the end of every workout, that was too tough, that was too easy. You can say, you know, I've hurt my knee, I want to eliminate squats from my workout. You can select parts of your body that if you've injured, or you know, you don't want to work on. I mean, obviously, I'm always of the belief that you should be trying to build strength across your whole body. But for some people, people don't like leg day, for example, so they would say, I just want to do upper body jobs. You can adapt, coach, you know, to leave out squats, pistol squat, you know, anything really. So it's fully adaptable. So whether you find it too easy or too hard, you know, you can tailor that. So what you don't want to do is get into your journey, whether you manage to get it through one workout or whether you manage to survive a week and get through a week, and then decide this isn't for me, and then just quit. So it's you can retune what it is for you, and then obviously it retunes itself as you give the feedback. So I think because of the feedback coach algorithm, you've got to give it a little bit of time, because you know it's basing your next workout on your feedback, and it's basing your next, you know, your progression on your feedback. So if you do one workout, didn't enjoy it, it was too hard, and then you just leave it, then you haven't given it a chance to adapt, and it is the best AI trainer in the world. So you've got to give it that chance to get on the same level as you are, which is why every journey, let's break down the journeys, Angelo. Every journey, it starts with a little coach feels you out a little bit. He likes to to suss you out and see where you are.
The first week, my first week on the weight free gain, he was giving me pull-ups.
Yeah,
like every almost other day it was just pull-ups, and I was just giving a feedback. You know, I did like zero.
Exactly.
His correct technique.
With your experience, you knew what coach was doing. You knew that, you know, he's testing you. If you can't do pull-ups, that's not a problem. Coach is giving you an opportunity to tell him you can't do pull-ups. So you know, this is why, I mean, for anyone who doesn't get through week one, assessment week, then you really aren't giving it a chance. You know, you're not giving yourself a chance even. I mean, the idea of week one is to see what you can and cannot do, and you feedback accurately, and then your journey can begin properly. So if you can't get through week one, then you've not given yourself a good chance. So yours went straight in with pull-ups. So obviously for you, that was your target. So you were probably quite excited to fail at a few of those and feedback to coach, because you knew then, I know I've just given coach the information he needs to build me up.
Exactly. And it was very exciting. You know, it was very exciting to see that I'm not someone that I could do pull-ups, and you know, from pull-ups he gave me Hades workout. You know, the assessment week gave me pull-ups, so I said zero technique. Then I saw the coach decreasing everything that has to do with upper body. So it has like negative pull-ups, jumping pull-ups, you know, like just hold the pull-up bar, and just, you know, passive hangs. And I saw the improvements, and how it was increasing over time, over the you know, the period of weeks, how it was increasing, and the repetitions and the exercises that were getting harder and harder, and finally got to the pull-ups. And in the very first week, you have to be honest. You know, you have to be honest with the coach, what you can do, what you cannot do, and coach takes time, you know, of course, to adjust, because even on the second week, you know, when from pull-ups, it got me to assisted pull-ups, or, you know, just passive hangs, whatever. If I couldn't do even this one, I had to give another feedback. So it might take a little bit more than the week, you know, because if it gives you in the very first beginning like a burpees box jumps, and you say zero, it's going to take you to burpee squat jumps. Then if you say zero again, it's going to take you down to burpees. And then if you say zero again, it's going to take you down to squats. So it might take a while for the coach to adjust to see where to put you in the exercises. And it's very nice, man. It's very, I love the AI, how it's adjusting directly to you and to your level. And as long you're honest, you can do
exactly
50 burpees and say it was excellent technique, and then complain when coach is going to give you 50 burpee squat jumps and you die on the fifth one and say, oh my God, what the coach is doing to me is because of your feedback. So it's your feedback.
Absolutely. There's no point. You're only going to hurt yourself if you're not honest with that feedback. If you try and make out, oh, that was easy. I mean, I during my Hell Week, my final day of Hell Week was 3 times Perseus, which that was a really tough workout. And I think, I was very, very happy with my time. But then I looked at the leaderboard. So let's have a look. Perseus. Okay, so it's 5 rounds. So one Perseus is 5 rounds. And it's pull-ups, mountain climbers, Sphinx, and high knees. And I thought, I was really happy with my time because I did ×3 in, let me think, I did it in 15 minutes, 24 seconds. And I thought, wow, that's really cool. And then I looked at number 1 on the leaderboard, and it was I think it was a few, like 15 seconds or something like that. So that for me was an example of not giving honest feedback. you know what I mean? They did 15 rounds of these workouts and it was in 15 seconds or something like that. So it was when you're feeding back, it's there for a reason. This isn't an ego stroke. This isn't something for you to go, to sort of make out that you are some sort of superhuman and that you found it easy, these difficult workouts that you found easy. The idea is very much to give coach a chance to make your journey exactly what you need, not what you want, or not what coach, necessarily thinks you should be doing. It is what you need, which you've just been a perfect example of how that works, where you started a journey with being able to do 0 pull-ups, and by the end of it you can do 7, which that is just a testament to how this thing works. You've been honest with your feedback because of your experience. You know exactly what coach is doing when it's asking you, how was that workout. So by being honest and letting coach do his thing, you've managed to go from 0 to 7 pull-ups in one 12-week journey, which by the way isn't just a pull-up journey. You didn't just do pull-ups that whole time. It was everything. You were doing squat. I mean, I remember looking up at some point, watching you do. You were doing a rackning, and I was so impressed with your Spider-Man push-ups and your performance during that. And it surprised me, to be honest, because I knew how strong you were with Aphrodite and Amazona, but I'd not seen you do push-ups so cleanly and so many reps consecutively before, and it was really impressive. So that was a great example of coach really working for you.
It was funny because I was smiling too, I was impressed too. I was like, oh my God, when you're getting to the point and you're like 2 before, like a 2 push-ups, you were getting tired and your chest was feeling sore. Then you go to Spider-Man push-ups and you're saying, you have the endurance of the muscle endurance, because you can do Aphrodite. Now you have, you have the muscle power, the muscle strength, and you're doing Spider-Man push-ups and you're going down. I'm saying, oh my God, I can lift my leg, I can put it on my elbow, I can, up and down. And it becomes fun after it, like in the beginning, it's a struggle, of course it's going to be struggle, but, over time it becomes fun. But to get to that point, like you say, like we're saying, to find the miracles, you have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to trust the process, you have to trust yourself, you have to love the process, and you have to understand how the process works. If like somebody doesn't read any books and I give you a book and I'm telling you, you're gonna finish it today, and you're gonna hate your life, and probably you're never gonna touch another book in your life. But if I give you a book and tell you just read a page today, today, and then another page in 2 days, and whatever, and then 3 pages after a week, and 4 pages after a month, and 5 pages after a month and a half, and go like step by step, and you understand the process of what is happening, that you're building here, that you're building your brain, you're making, because it's not just not only my chest, or it's not only my chest got stronger or whatever. It was the mind too. That before I was afraid to do push-ups, but now my friend was like, "Oh, you know what? I think you can do it. You know, just push a little bit harder." And everything was just one. You know, it was one connection, and I loved it, man. When I was doing the Spider-Man push-ups that day, it was struggle. I was,
cool.
but I loved it.
It was so cool, man. I think there was a brief period where maybe 3 or 4 of us had stopped our workouts, so we were shouting at Angelo. I know Tiago was shouting. You know, it was exciting, and that's what I love about this community as well, because not only do you track your own progress, but you can see other people's progress, and to see it live and happening in front of you, and knowing full well that, you know, that you've really grown, and you've really developed some strength, and you're doing something now that you didn't think you'd ever be able to do. And I think, I'll tell you what you're on your way to as well with those Spider-Man push-ups. You are very much on your way to your one-hand push-ups as well. So you need to put that in with your muscle up goal, man. I mean, it's they're fun to do.
Now that you said, oh, that's a very great example. Now that you said one push-up, one hand push-up, coach was giving me one hand push-up for the first 2 weeks.
Really?
For the first 2 weeks, and I was saying 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 until I got to the diamond push-ups and push-ups. That's why I was doing arachne too. That's a great that you said it, because I never got that. I never got it like after that, like a one hand push up. You know, coach understood that, Angelo. Okay, now I know you can do it, but it takes time. You know, it takes time to change and adjust.
So you know what you're going to get now, because you're going to repeat. You're going to do the weights free gain journey again. You know what's going to happen at the start of that. Now, one thing I don't know, Angelo, and I'm not sure whether coach has got a journey to journey memory. When you start your weights free gain journey, does it still remember your feedback from the journey before, or are we starting again?
I think coach remembers, because when you if you go to your profile, I think it has the option to reset the coach. So it says
it should have you down, shouldn't it? It should have you logged in. This is still your account. This is still you. It knows what you're capable of still.
Yeah.
So your next weights free gain journey might be very different to the one you've just completed, because you know you've made so much progress. So at the start, just think at the start.
Either way, I'm sorry. Either way, if it doesn't take from the journeys, when he's gonna give me a pull up and I give it like a good feedback, is adjusting the next day. Because if you know what, I think it doesn't take anything from the journeys before, because it used to be in the past. Yes, it used to be in the past, but now the new coach, because of the improvement, because let's say if you've done the hardcore journey like 5 months ago, and the 5 months after you've done 0 workouts, you're gonna be out of shape. So if you start a new journey, it's gonna think like you are a beast or something. So now the new improvement, the new AI is adjusting daily on your feedback.
That's right. And just think as well, this time around, I mean, when you started this journey 12 weeks ago, which is probably 13, 14 weeks ago now, when you started it, you were feeding back that you could do 0 pull-ups. When you start it this time, you're going to start in being able to do 7, and you're going to log that. So your feedback is going to be different this time around to what it was then. So can you even imagine, you went from 0 to 7? Now you can go again, and you're going to start with 7, and by the end of this weights free gain journey, you're going to be up there. You know, you're going to massively increase that rep count again, which is
it's amazing.
It's so exciting.
It's
exciting.
amazing.
This is what I love about Freeletics. It really does give you that opportunity to grow, and it's measurable. The growth is measurable. It's all there. The information, every workout you've ever done is still measurable, and you can still look back and see it, and you can literally see your growth, which is awesome. So the other thing with the journeys is there's a combination of different journeys that either do or don't include equipment. So you've got your own little setup there. So I imagine your setup's probably suitable for something like the hybrid journey, which has got
with
it's got body weight and
some weights, yes.
Yeah. So as much as I have got occasional access to weights, I don't think I have regular access enough to decide to do a hybrid journey, for example. So for example, if I get a workout one night where I haven't got the equipment available, it's going to be frustrating, but you can adapt it. You can tell them you haven't got that. But for me, what I like to do is I like to stick my Freeletics to body weight whilst I'm at home predominantly, all of the time. And then if I get a chance every now and then to lift some weights, I'll go and lift some weights, but I wouldn't add that into my Freeletics journey. So I'm really excited, Angelo. I'm really excited. So you're looking at weight free gain again, and we've both just done that, so we know exactly what you've got in store. I'm going to go with explosive strength. So I'm allowed back outside now, where I am, so I might be able to get down and start doing my muscle up training again, which is really cool. Just before we went into lockdown in our country, that I'd started working on my muscle ups. So we've got similar goals, actually. I really want to get back on that. But we are preparing now. I mean, I think muscle ups are going to come. You've got that target for the end of the year, but we've got a 12-week journey to do now. And then after that, another 12-week journey, which is going to be the hardcore.
8 weeks, the hardcore.
8 weeks. Yeah, that's right. So 12 weeks from now, and then 8 weeks. And then that might put us in good stead for some muscle ups before the end of the year.
No, man, yeah.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Because April now, July, we're gonna finish the journey. Then September we're gonna finish hardcore, if everything go well, just planning.
Yeah.
So I think by October, November, close to Christmas. I think for Christmas present, we should get like a
muscle ups for Christmas, man. That's gonna be a cold bar though.
What we should do? We should have like the Christmas sock on it above the pull-up bar. And put a present in it. Tell one of your family members to put it. This is the only way to get it. The only way to get it is to do a muscle up. Yes, grab it with your mouth.
Oh dear, the top end of a muscle up, you got to grab it with your teeth. That's a great idea.
I think I can do a muscle up now. If you put something over there, like a like a gift, I'll get it right now. I'll grab it with my feet.
Oh dear. Hey, have you ever tried a muscle up? Have you attempted one?
No,
not yet.
No, because they say to be able to do a muscle up, to be close to muscle up, you have to be able to do 10 clean chest to bar.
Yeah.
To be comfortable with, to do 10 chest to bar, and then you can use maybe assistant bands to bring yourself up. And then I think when you start using the resistant bands, I think it's a matter of time after that.
Definitely.
When you start doing it, I think it's over. Maybe you're gonna do like maybe 5-6 exercises, like with assistance. And then when you give a rest day to yourself and then go full power the next day, I think it's over.
One thing I found helped was the very first rep was the hardest. To get that explosive motion up, to get above the bar for that very first rep was so difficult. So what I was doing was I was kicking off the floor, and that first rep I would jump and then I would get above the bar. But the second one I would swing down and not touch the floor, but I would swing, and that momentum from that first rep was the one that was giving me the clean reps afterwards. So it's definitely a mind thing, and it's technique sensitive, and obviously you need that strength to get above the bar. That's exciting. I think after weight free gain and then hardcore, I think we'll be in a great position to start doing that. That's so cool. So one thing I would say with, now that you've started banging out a load of pull-ups, just be careful of that warm-up. Just be careful, get those shoulders and that back.
Oh yeah.
Because
that's very true.
we both know what it's like to be out with a back or shoulder injury. They take time to heal. To heal. So yeah, one thing I didn't do when I first started my pull-ups was warm up properly. So yeah, it's so important now.
Because it requires everything, man. You're pulling up your whole body up, It's not like you grabbing like a 20 20 pounds, 10 kilos, let's call it a dumbbell, and you try to to lift it. You're lifting your whole weight.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. So, right, I tell you what.
Can't wait.
I'm excited. So, just before we end this section, let's put it out to everybody. I want to know what everyone's going to do. I mean, we've got so many journeys to choose from, and we've got so many people in the community with different targets. The idea is that we want to start a journey at the same time. It doesn't matter which journey you choose. It doesn't even matter if it's a 6-week, 8-week. The idea is to share that experience with each other. You and I are going to be doing a 12-week journey each, so anyone who wants to do a full 12-week. And what we're going to do as well is we're going to share our experiences and our progress over the podcast and on social media and with each other. So it's this. I mean, to my experience, I know they've had sort of backdated reviews of different people's journeys, but from my experience, I don't think anyone's ever gone, day to day, real life, real time experience of a full journey. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to share our full journey experience with anyone, just exactly what it takes out of you. If we get injured, we're going to report on that, because it happens. We know it happens. It's all part of it. I mean, you can't do these fitness journeys without the potential risk of getting an injury. So it's all part and parcel. This is what you do. We are here to progress and to develop and to grow and to get uncomfortable. So if we're making ourselves uncomfortable all the time, chances are something's going to get injured. So it's going to be a very honest, very open report on our journeys. And anyone who wants to join in on that and share with us, up until now this podcast has been very much an introduction to our lives and mostly mindset. So now what we're going to do is get really in depth about what it means to be a free athlete and what it takes, and this is going to give us an opportunity to share a lot more than we've been able to share so far, and it's exciting. It's really exciting. Oh yeah,
I can't wait. And also on what you said about the injuries, and because there are chances to get injured also, you have to give your best to decrease the chances to get injured. So warm up very good, cool down very good. So I think you should pay more attention on the warm up and the cool down. Of course, you need to pay full attention on how you're gonna do every exercise with a correct technique and everything. But correct for warm up and never skip the cool down. Just let your stretch your body out, let your body relax, and come back together.
Definitely.
Excited.
And also form before speed.
Yes, always
get it done right before you get it done fast. Okay, so it's these are just staple. That's just key advice for any fitness journey, is all the warm up, cool down, and make sure your form is perfect. You want to concentrate more on your form than your speed. The speed will come. And this is exactly what we're talking about. So, this is going to be us reporting back on our journeys and how we get on at our current fitness levels. So, obviously we're in different places. You can do Amazona a lot better than I can. I could do Hades and, better than you can at the minute. So this is going to be a great example of how coach is going to adapt to our level and how we're going to grow from this. So I'm definitely going to focus a lot more with the explosive strength. I feel like there's going to be a lot of things like squat jumps, burpee squat jumps. There might even be some muscle up.
100%. 100%.
Exactly. Yeah, and
that's a signature.
Lunges. Absolutely. So this is something that I'm going to be concentrating on and focusing on. I think day one of our journey, I don't know if it's going to be a fair assessment this week. I mean, our first week of this journey is going to be us trying to do it after 3 times Aphrodite. So I don't know if it's going to be an accurate representation of our current level. If you try and start your journey and you can't walk, then
oh man, can you imagine?
Yeah, this could affect that. Actually, you got to talk about that. That could affect your whole journey. because that you're giving that feedback on that first week, and you've just done.
Can you imagine before this the assessment week, like, so you're doing like Aphrodite, and the coach is gonna say, "What's going on here? Like, who's this guy?"
Can you imagine the first assessment day, and he's asking you to do burpees? You've just done 450 the day before. Maybe I'll tell you what we'll do. We will activate our new journeys on the 5th, but that doesn't mean we have to do our first workout on the 5th.
Yeah,
we can activate it on the 5th. But I think it would be realistic. Obviously, we'll see how we feel, but I don't think we're going to be in much state to be going straight into our next workout the day after a trip of Aphrodite. Sensibly, as Freeletics ambassadors, I would advise that if you're going to take on 3 times Aphrodite, give yourself a rest afterwards.
100%. And if you don't feel like it, adapt the session the next day.
Adapt the session, absolutely, yeah.
15 minutes workout. And
dear coach, could I have some more lying down, please? Right. So let's get back to Aphrodite, so we can go back to our regular feature. And this week we get to do one that's very special. We've been talking about all sorts of different workouts. This week it couldn't be more relevant. So let's go for this week's workout.
That's my week. That's the workout of my. That's my workout.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go for Angelo's workout of the week.
Angelo's workout of the week.
Workout of the week.
Okay, so we all know what it's going to be. There's no secret. So
You think it's 3 times.
Can you guess what it is? Can you guess
which one it is? Okay.
Okay.
55 times. What is one more time when you done it 55 times?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, exactly. Actually, do you know what? I was thinking about that at the beginning of the podcast when you were saying about you did it once, and that gave you all the knowledge you needed to mentally prepare yourself for doing that 3 times. So anyway, just in case you weren't sure, this week's workout of the week is Hades. Of course it's not Hades, it's Aphrodite.
It's Athena. You are totally wrong.
You call it Aphrodite, I call it Aphrodite.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I'm tired of these different names, Just let me call it. So the workout of the week is Aphrodite, like we call it in Greek. And I'm sick and tired of calling it in English, like one way or another. So Aphrodite, the workout of the week. Hey, we've got to give YouTube translator some things to try and translate, man. We've got to say things differently every now and then.
I want to see YouTube, how it's going to translate Aphrodite.
I know. Oh dear. Right then, Zanzibar. Aphrodite. Let's talk about it.
Aphrodite.
We've got so single Aphrodite is made up of how many rounds have we got?
You forgot the exercise?
Well, do you know what?
Oli, you forgot the exercise, the very first exercise.
No, what can it be? No, it's understandable because we haven't spoken about it much today. So obviously I forgot about it. I know what it is. It starts with it's 5 rounds. First round is 50 reps. Second round is 40, then 30, then 20, then 10, and each round is made
then you relax.
Burpee. You don't relax because you got to do it 3 times.
No, after the 5 rounds. Oh yes, you're right.
You can't relax. You can't relax now.
You can relax. Okay. You have to do it 2 more times.
If you're doing it once, then you relax. If you're doing it 3 times, you've only just begun. So it's 50 burpees, 50 squats, 50 sit-ups, then down to 40 of the same, 30, 20, 10. And then if you're going to do it 3 times like a crazy person, then you just start that and do that again. And then you start that and do that again. Now, what I will say about Aphrodite is it's very much a mental game. And I think it's a mental game. If you're going to do it once, Aphrodite, it's a positive mental game in that the first round is 50 reps. And the second round, I've only got to do 40, and then I've only got to do 30, and it's dropping, which feels great as far as your the mental journey is concerned. And now what I like to do when I do the first round, So you do those 50 burpees. When I get to the 40th burpee of that first round, in my head, I'm thinking the next round, I'd be finished now. And then I do the same. So when I do the 40 burpees in round 2, as soon as I get to that 30th rep, I'm thinking of the next round. And that's, I think, right, this time next round, that would be it. I've only got to do that many.
Yeah,
so
I do the same. I do the same thing.
Yeah, it's a mind game all the way through, actually. And for me, it's all about the burpees, getting through those burpees, because then the 50 squats and the 50 sit-ups, weirdly, they feel like they're filling time before the next round of burpees.
Yeah.
You can switch your brain off and do squats, and you can switch your mind off and do sit-ups. But burpees, you have to keep your mind switched on as well, because you are going down onto your wrists, you're going down onto your chest, and it's you're vulnerable to getting that wrong and ending up on your face
for 150 times.
Exactly, yeah. Oh, can you imagine getting every rep wrong and hitting your face for 450 reps of burpees?
Oh my god.
It's going to be good. Now, the idea with Freeletics, as you develop and as you grow, doing these goal workouts once is a massive achievement. And what happens is it becomes more of a psychological battle where you've done it once. If you're going to tackle 2, I've got to do all of that again. And especially with Aphrodite, you go from 50 reps, then 40 reps, then 30 reps. The last round is 10 reps. So you think, right, I've done that. And you go from 10 reps straight into 50 burpees. That's hard. That's hard work. Like mentally, that's hard. That's a challenge.
It is. It is a big challenge. It was like a week ago or something. Yeah. It was a week ago. I did a double. No, like a month ago.
Just a week. No way.
Yeah, a week ago. It was me and Kwame on the Zoom workout, and every single time, man, I've done this workout 55 times. For some reason, the reason that is so nightmare to me is because it was a change in my life. If a transition from nothing to something. And every time is the same thing. Before I press start, every time, every workout I've done some God workouts, double or triple, and I press start right away. But only with Aphrodite, even if it's single or double or whatever, is the start button over there. And man, I'm just moving, walking around, fixing.
Yeah.
The mat is perfect on the floor, right? The mat is perfect. I find something like, no, it's not. I have to readjust it a little bit. Then I see my socks. I say, let me fix it. Then I see my shirt.
Yeah,
a little dusty over here. Let me fix it a little bit. And it's like 10 minutes go by, and I haven't started yet.
You got a date with the goddess of love. Everything's got to be perfect.
You got to be exactly. And then it was Kwame, right? It was Kwame doing his workout. He says to me, "You haven't started yet?" He says, "Man, come on." He says, "Come on."
And you're brushing your teeth.
I'm getting ready to go to work. He says, "You gotta go."
Bit of spray, bit of cologne,
Oh man!
He looks up and you're in a suit.
Man, you put your tie and everything.
Yeah, flowers.
He was insane. I started laughing. I said, "I don't want to press start, Kwame." I said, "Just press it." He was saying to me, "Just press it. Just go." I said, "Okay." And every time the single thing that I do to push me, whatever, I'm on the floor, like I'm watching and I do this, and I just stop it, like it's on fire.
Okay. Like, okay.
Like the phone has like a spikes or something, like electricity. I'm like, okay. And those 5 seconds are the most, I think the most
adrenaline filled.
Yes, the most slow motion 5 seconds ever. So you're like, wow. And you're like, and
quick, take your suit off, put your gear back on. Yeah, quick. I think I've noticed more and more in my past with Freeletics, there was a stage where I would always have to pace. I would have to psych myself up for every workout, because I was putting, this is my sport. I was putting pressure on myself before the workout, because I was thinking about my performance, and I knew I need this performance to be as good as it can be. And I would get nervous and I would get worried as if it was going into a big sports event. And I've noticed recently I've managed to get that back again, which I quite enjoy. There was a time where I was just pressing start and just getting it done, you know, and PBs for me for a long time, and this is recent, for a long time PBs just seemed out of reach for me, and I'd let them go almost. I thought, okay, I'm just going to concentrate on form and getting these workouts done. I let PBs go out of my mind. But recently, especially with the last Hell Week and towards the end of my the weights free gain journey, I found that again where it meant something again. I was doing my warm up, and then I would spend 5 minutes pacing around the mat, like you said, and I'd be breathing out. And the amount of times that I'd be going, okay, come on, okay, let's do this, okay, you know, psyching myself up, and I found that again at the end of my last journey, which was exciting to me, because I knew again that I'd got that feeling where it was going to be like a sport where my performance mattered to me. And that's when I was hitting 6 minutes off of PBs and things like that, which I didn't think was going to happen going in. But to maintain that throughout, and I've just found how many Aphrodites I've done, and I've just discovered that I've never done a double. So this is going to be a culture shock to me, isn't it? It's going to be a big shock. It's 3 times. I've done 39 Aphrodites. So you're way ahead of me on that, and you've done 2 doubles. So I feel like you're very prepared for this. What I did do in the early days of Freeletics, there was a challenge going around that was, they tried to get to 10 million burpees in the space of a month. And I did a lot of burpees in that time. And I think my most in one setting, I'll just find it now. So this is what I've mentally prepared myself for, because of the amount of burpees. I haven't even considered the squats and the sit-ups. I'm just thinking about the burpees for now. I think my biggest burpee in one hit was 500.
No, I never done something like that.
I did a 500 burpees to contribute towards this challenge, and that took me 1 hour and 8 minutes. So if you think that 3 times Aphrodite is 450 burpees, and then you've got to also add 450 squats and 450 sit-ups. Oh, do you know what? I've just suddenly realized I'm more worried about the sit-ups than I am about the burpees. That's just hit me. Yeah, sit-ups are fine.
Why?
Because it's 450 and then it's burpees. So you know when you do Dion or Dione, however you want to spell it.
Yes.
The crunches, they make those burpees so difficult. So imagine we're going into round 3. You're going to start those 50 you're going to start those first 50 burpees of round 3 of Aphrodite, and you've already done 300 sit-ups. You're going to feel that. You're
definitely gonna feel it. Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm not. I mean, you'd be crazy to not be nervous about something like that.
No, that's of course crazy. Of course, we have to be realistic. You know, this is something crazy. Of course, don't try it if you're not ready, because you're gonna get injured 100%. You know, you have to be ready. And that's another thing. And you know, unfortunately, I say to the end of the podcast, whatever. But the thing is, I was training myself to be ready for it, because when I finished my journey, I was fortunate to wait for you to finish your journey. And these past 2 weeks, I'm doing just gut workouts, and they have a lot of burpees and a lot of repetitions inside. And I'm improving my cardio just specifically for that Sunday. Yeah. And I think I'm ready for it. I think I'm ready for it.
You're ready. You can't be ready, but you're ready. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's not ready doesn't mean that this is going to be fine. This is going to be easy. What you are ready for is to push through and to not quit. You are mentally ready to, and physically, you know, you're in great shape for it. I've seen the workouts you've been doing since you've been waiting for me to finish my journey, and I've seen what you've been doing, and it's been very, very wise moves on your part to prepare yourself for what you know is coming. I think It's so cool. I'm so excited. I'm excited. You know what? This is your nightmare, dream, nightmare, whatever it is. I mean, once you finish, it's going to be your dream. You know, this is something you've been setting yourself up for since you the first day you started, and it's just going to be so cool to share this with you, man. And I know the community's really behind it. There are people that are going to be doing whatever they need to do, really, whether it's 1 times Aphrodite or whether it's whatever workout, whatever stage they're at, whatever the level they're at, they're going to join in support of this. And it's not just celebrating 1 year of the live Zoom workouts. This is coming together to really celebrate how far everyone's come, and not just physically and mentally, but even as a community. To come together with people. Imagine you turned up into a room full of strangers and say, right, let's do 450 burpees, 450 squats, and 450 sit-ups together. They think you were crazy. What this is showing
You're
as
gonna
well
kick me out.
exactly. We've got a community here that you've got this dream, and rather than saying, oh, good luck with that, yeah, we'll see you on the other side, rather than that, we've got a community that's going, okay, we're in, let's do this together. And I know there's a lot of people that are going to be doing this on Sunday, and I also know that every single one of them is dreading it and they don't want to do it. Do you know what I mean? This is something that they don't want to do this, but when they finished it, they'll be so glad they did. They'll be so glad, and it's just showing this community up to be exactly what it is. And
I can't wait for the feelings at the end. I want to see the people. Of course, I want to finish it and see that it's gonna be a life achievement, man. 7.5 years just chasing this Aphrodite workout. It's being a nightmare. Not because of that. Like, I was watching, now that you were talking, on my history and remembering, reflecting on the past, how I started and everything, and see that it took me 3 years to break my one of the PBs I made on a 15. I broke it like after 2.5 years, and no, I'm sorry, 2017. It was the last PB I made, and then I broke it on 2020. So it took me 3 years to break it. And with this, it's just want to say that sometimes, life gets in between. You might get distracted and put your focus on different stuff. And it took me 3 years to come back. And 2020, it was the most powerful year of my life. And I put, like, when everything started happening in 2020, I say I'm gonna do directly the opposite. And from 2017, I put like a target. I'm gonna break this PB of happened 3 years ago. And now 2021, with the foundation that we made in 2020, a year after, it's not just breaking a PB of happened like 4 years ago, or 7.5 years ago. It's just breaking it 3 times, and it's I can't wait. But I can't wait also for the feelings of everybody. Nobody wants to do it, and I want to see just a celebration. Everybody's gonna go crazy.
We're going to share this. It's going to be something that we share, and it's something that we will always have shared. Once you've done this sort of thing, you don't forget that. You don't forget it, and you remember who else did it and who was there, and it's just going to be a magical day, man. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait. So we haven't really mentioned much about what the deal is. So it's going to be, we'll wrap this one up by telling everyone the details about what we're doing. Okay, so obviously this is going to come out Sunday morning, this podcast, so it'll be out Sunday morning before the event happens. But the event is basically going to be, I mean, you could do it anytime, but the main event is going to be happening at 8 a.m. Eastern time. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
So for me, that's 1 o'clock in the afternoon in the UK. We can have the times available. I'll put them on the screen. So it's going to be, we're going to be meeting in the Zoom room, in the Zoom meeting room, or you can just log it on your Freeletics app and share us. We will have we'll come up with a hashtag and share it on the Instagram account as well. But it's a chance to all come together and there's going to be a lot of people doing the workout together at the same time. It's just going to be a massive event. It's going to be so cool. So let's quickly share the Zoom information. We could do that now, couldn't we?
Yeah.
So the meeting ID for this Zoom, and it's always the same Zoom for our Freeletics workouts. You all are welcome to come and join us. So it's 712-379-7117. That's the meeting room, and then the password is Freeletics, lowercase. Come and join us. Come and have a look. If you're not quite at the stage where you're prepared to do these workouts yet, come and support, come and join, and look out for posts and updates on Instagram. We'll share. We'll put a countdown on our Instagram page and on our individual Instagram pages, Angelo, and we'll start spreading the news about it now, because it's getting real close. It's getting real. I wish I'd had the time you've had to prepare. I haven't had the time.
Yeah. It's a little unfair,
yeah, but I'm fresh from Hell Week, so I've been through hell already this week. So how much worse can it be? Let's do this thing, man. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Aphrodite. Oh yeah.
Afrangelo.
Afrangelo. Guy's got so many nicknames.
Afrangelite.
Afrangelite. Okay, I think I'm going to stick with either Angela Chang or Zanzibar.
Angela Chang, that's it.
Zanzibar. He loves birthdays, man. He loves birthdays.
Zanzibar love birthdays. I can't wait.
Ah, man.
I love birthdays, man. I love them. I love the gifts and the birthdays, and Zanzibar is my best friend.
I think we've talked a little bit slower today, so I don't know if YouTube's going to trip up so much, but I can't wait to see what she says.
I think Thiago is going to find something anyway.
He'll find something. He's like a hawk. He's going to find it.
The agent. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's awesome. I think that's a great episode, Angela. I'm so excited for this. So look out. We're going to share details of our new journeys. The next podcasts are going to feature details of our journey going together. So the next time we speak to you, we will have done this challenge, and we will be reporting back on possibly our first week of our new journeys. So look out for this huge event that we've got going on. 3 times Aphrodite maximum. Okay, don't. If anyone comes in and does 4, we're going to be well angry. 3's the Who's
max,
this guy?
right? Yeah, come on, seriously. Yeah, right. So 3 times is the maximum. Otherwise, you're just going to make us look bad. You're going to embarrass us. Minimum, whatever you can do. Whatever you can do, come and join us. Even if you come along and watch and show you support, the support is just as valuable to us if you're not involved in actually doing the exercise. It is a community, and we love this community. So this is something that, let's help Angelo achieve his dream, and then he's got muscle ups to fall back on for his next dream. Oh yeah.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
Right then, my brother. Have a fantastic few days. I'll see you in hell.
Thank you. That was very positive.
Hey man, we walk through hell. For fun. Oh yeah.
We have to get through fire to invent ourselves, recreate.
Exactly.
We have to melt to reshape. Exactly. Because we're saved by gods.
We are shaped by gods. All right. See you later, everybody. Enjoy. Thank you very much.
Thank you for listening. Enjoy the rest of your day.